My iPhone 12 Pro Max was just delivered, and we'll take a look at it next. Welcome and thanks for watching. If you're interested in Apple and Apple-related tech or the HomeKit smart home platform, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and tap the bell to get notified when I post new content. And if you find the following video useful, please give it a thumbs up. I very much appreciate it. So the iPhone 12 Pro Max and iPhone 12 mini were just released, and they joined their siblings, the iPhone 12 and iPhone 12 Pro, which were released a couple weeks ago. Now, I've been waiting all day for this package to arrive, and it finally did arrive. So I'm really excited to open this up. So let's go ahead and start with an unboxing. And what's really cool about Apple packaging is even the shipping boxes, the device is well protected, or the device box is well protected. And there it is, the iPhone 12 Pro Max, and it's wrapped here, and as you can see, it's really protected in this box. Let's go ahead and take this out. A lot thinner box this year. Let's go ahead and toss the shipper behind me. So there it is, the iPhone 12 Pro Max box, and I got the Graphite 512 gigabyte because I am planning on shooting more video with this because it does 4K Dolby Vision. So I might even start shooting some YouTube videos with this. We'll have to see how that works out. So let's go ahead and open this up. And first we'll start with taking out the cellophane. And there it is. That phone looks awesome. That's a good looking phone. Again, this is the Graphite. That Graphite looks great. And I got the Graphite because I like the darker phones. I was kind of stuck between this and the blue, but I wanted something more neutral, and I thought the blue was a little too blue for me. So I really like this Graphite. I like the way this looks already. And there's the phone. And I like the look of the chrome, or the sides. They're really shiny metallic sides. Almost looks like black chrome in a sense. But I can already see I got a ton of fingerprints on them already, and that's going to be one of the downsides with this really shiny sides for these. Is going to be a fingerprint magnet, no doubt. It looks really nice and light. And that black really shines well. It's a good looking phone. Can you set this aside and see what comes in the box? So in the box, there is no power brick, and I have the power brick here. This is actually the power brick from my wife's iPhone 11 Pro Max, and this is an 18-watt power brick. Borrowing that from her just for a little bit of a demo. And this is the usual size. So the reason Apple didn't put a power brick is they said they wanted to be environmental friendly, and they're saying a ton of people have the power bricks and they don't even use them, and they didn't even include ear pods as well, because they say a lot of people who have iPhones already have these things and they don't even use them. And I have my iPhone XS Max box, and it's pretty much been untouched from when I unboxed my iPhone XS Max, and that's the phone I use as my daily driver. And I'm going to prove Apple's point, because here's the XS Max box, and if we move this out of the way, as you can see, my ear pods are untouched. Like, even my lightning cable is untouched, and here's the little tiny 5-watt power brick that I never use. And it is because I do have a lot of these things, and they do take up space. But the one thing that they didn't think is, for someone like me, so a lot of people don't buy a phone every year. I can, because I'm part of the iPhone upgrade program, but this time I decided not to get another one, so I wanted to keep my iPhone XS Max So I didn't get an iPhone 11 Pro, and the iPhone 11 Pro Max or the iPhone 11 Pro is when they started giving these 18-watt power bricks. And this is what you're gonna need because this is USB-C. And the cord that comes with the iPhone 12 Pro Max and iPhone 12 Pro is USB-C. So if I had bought a phone 2 years later, like most people do, sometimes people use their phone for 3 years even. Say my wife didn't have this, I didn't have this, and I didn't have any other cords, just what I buy with Apple devices and my iPhones. I couldn't use this because this is a USB-A, and I couldn't use this because this is a USB, and this is USB-C, so I couldn't use this brick. So I'd have to go out and buy one of these things anyways for someone like me who I only bought a phone every 2 years. So I think that's where Apple missed the mark. They should have included this one more year for those of us who don't buy a phone every year or change our phones every year, which I think is the vast majority of people who buy iPhones. You know, a lot of people keep their phones for 2 years because of their contracts that they have. And they should have kept this one more year. They should have included this one more year and then got rid of it. So did they want people to spend more money to buy one? Well, I do have other USB-C chargers available. So, I mean, you know, I'm not totally without a USB-C charger. It's just, I think for people who just buy iPhones, it would have been nice if they would have kept at least the 18-watt or included the 20-watt power brick in there one more year. So again, in here is the USB-C cord, which I probably will be using, or maybe not, because I have one of these, and this is a MagSafe charger, but we'll save that for a little bit later. And it also has some literature, as always, SIM tool remover, and an Apple sticker. So that's all that comes in the box. SIM tool, literature, and your USB-C cord. And this doesn't even look like a really long cord, USB-C to lightning cord. So I probably won't touch this because I do have USB-C to lightning cables. So I'm gonna go ahead and box this back up and set this aside and return this box. Let's go ahead and take a look at the phone itself. Go ahead and peel this off. And there's the phone. And I'm really glad, looking at this a second time, I'm really glad I picked this graphite. That does look nice. Now if we want to compare the size, I have my wife's iPhone 11 Pro Max. They are really close in size. The iPhone 12 Pro Max is just a hair larger. Just a hair, not by much. Now if you want to compare this to, I don't have an iPhone 12 Pro, but I do have a manufacturer's dummy for case makers, and this is the difference of size between the iPhone 12 Pro and iPhone 12 Pro Max. And there it is, one on top of the other. So this is really a good size. I think this is a really good size. This iPhone 12 Pro Max does feel pretty large, I have to say. It does feel larger than an iPhone 11 Pro Max. And this, just for those who are curious, this is the iPhone 12 mini. And there's a size comparison with the iPhone 12 Pro Max. So let's go ahead and turn this on. That screen really looks great. So I'm going to go ahead and take this, I'm going to go ahead and set this up. So there is the pristine iPhone screen, brand new setup, no apps, no widgets with iOS 14 yet. It looks like I got some notifications. I'm sure there's an update there for iOS 14. I'm going to go ahead and run through those, make sure all my iCloud stuff is transferred over, and set this up the way I want it. iPhone 12 Pro Max. Wow. I know I say this every time I see new iPhones, but this is one gorgeous phone. The frame is made of surgical grade stainless steel and highly polished in the color of your choice. For mine, I chose the Graphite, and it looks like an awesome black chrome. The flat sides just accentuate the shininess even more to a mirror-like finish. It is a delightful piece of tech to look at. The new iPhones also have ceramic shield, which Apple says is the toughest glass in a smartphone currently on the market. It's made by adding nano ceramic crystals into the glass, which is a difficult process as most ceramics aren't transparent. The process is a first for any smartphone and results in a glass that maintains the toughness of ceramic while remaining optically clear. And it makes the glass more scratch resistant and enables it to achieve 4 times better drop performance. Now, I won't be testing those claims. I'll leave that job to other YouTubers. That durable glass is protecting this beautiful Super Retina XDR display. The 12 Pro Max has over 3.4 million pixels, the most ever in an iPhone, and the screen size is slightly larger at 6.7 inches as opposed to the last year's 11 Pro Max at 6.5 inches. With up to 1200 nits peak brightness and a 2 million to 1 contrast ratio for true blacks and bright whites, this OLED screen is the perfect display to view HDR photos and movies, especially films featuring Dolby Vision. And toss in some AirPod Pros and spatial audio and you're in for an awesome movie watching experience on the go. Of course, one of the main features of this year's iPhones was the inclusion of 5G. This should equate with not only faster speeds, but also better performance on congested networks. Now, downloading files, apps, or streaming video will be faster than ever before. Obviously, your network will need to have 5G coverage in order for you to be able to take advantage of those faster speeds. Luckily for me, T-Mobile has 5G coverage in our area, and I guess I'll find out just how much faster those speeds are over the next few months. The iPhone 12 Pro Max also features the new A14 Bionic, which is the first 5nm chip in the industry. There is speculation that the new Apple Silicon M1 chips going into the new just released Max is based on the A14. The A14 boasts 11.8 billion transistors, a 16-core neural engine, which allows the iPhone to perform up to 50% faster than any other smartphone chip currently on the market, with an all-new image signal processor that will enable 4K HDR Dolby Vision video recording, which is actually encoded while you shoot the video instead of by workstations in post. It's something I'm really looking forward to using, possibly in future YouTube videos, so make sure to keep an eye out for that. Another new feature for the Pro phones this year is the LiDAR scanner, which actually debuted in the iPad Pros. This will allow the iPhone to measure how long it takes light to reflect back from objects in order to create a depth map, which will be useful in AR applications as well as aid in low light autofocus, making it not only speedier, but also more accurate for focus at night or in dark environments, like when using the cameras in night mode, which also happens to now be available to both the wide and ultra wide cameras. Speaking of cameras, the iPhone 12 Pro Max features 3 cameras, a wide, ultra wide, and telephoto. The telephoto features 2.5 times optical zoom, which is equivalent to a 65mm focal length with f2.2 aperture. The ultra wide lens is 13mm with a f2.4 aperture, and the wide camera is 26mm with f1.6. The sensor in the iPhone 12 Pro Max features a 47% larger sensor with larger pixels. That will allow the sensor to gather more light, which should result in cleaner photos with less noise. The wide camera is also the only camera in any iPhone this year to feature the new sensor shift optical image stabilization. So instead of image stabilization occurring in the lens, it will occur with the sensor itself, which should result in crisper, long exposure photos and more stabilized video. Think of it like the in-body stabilization found in popular mirrorless cameras like those from Sony or even Canon. That, along with the advanced AI and smart HDR3, it should enable users to take amazing photos in all lighting conditions, with detail not only in well-lit areas, but also those areas that fall within deep dark shadows. After this pandemic, I'm really looking forward to putting this camera through its paces. This year's iPhones also brings back MagSafe. Now, MagSafe features accessories with magnets so that they can snap onto the iPhone magnetically, and iPhone owners can snap on cases and a wallet and have a sort of rudimentary wallet case. More importantly, the MagSafe charger will allow the magnets to align so that when adhered to the back of the phone, it will ensure the most efficient and fastest wireless charge. I actually did pick up a couple of MagSafe accessories. I have the MagSafe charger and the MagSafe clear case. Let's go ahead and take a look at those now. So here we have the MagSafe charger and the iPhone 12 Pro Max clear case. So let's go ahead and open up the MagSafe charger first. And in the box we get some literature designed by Apple in California. Let's go ahead and plug this in. So I have the charger plugged in. And when we attach this to the back of the phone, if we look at the screen, it will give us an indication that there is a MagSafe charger attached. We're going to leave that charging, and let's go ahead and open up the iPhone 12 Pro Max clear case with MagSafe. And I'm a big fan of clear cases, that's why I picked this one up. I like to be able to see the phone. There's some Apple literature right there, and here's the case itself. And that is a rigid case. A little bit of flex. It's a hard shell plastic, probably called polycarbonate. It's a little, if I have to say, admittedly, it's a little slippery in the hands. It's really slick. But it's a polycarbonate clear case, and one thing that's good about polycarbonate is this will not yellow over time at all. So if you like clear cases but you don't like the fact that some of the TPU clear cases yellow, this one won't yellow. And you can see on the back there is the magnets, and showing the alignment of the magnets on the back of this case. Let's take a look. It says iPhone MagSafe, designed by Apple in California, assembled in China, and there's a little serial number, I guess. So when we put the clear case, we should get that indication. There you go, that it's a MagSafe accessory. And then you can stack these. If I had a wallet, one of those MagSafe wallets, I could adhere to the back of this, and it still works with the charging. And it gives an indication that it's charging. So just with this initial usage, I really like this MagSafe charger. One of the problems I've had with other wireless Qi chargers, like the pads, sometimes I would place the phone down on the wireless Qi charger, and I would even listen out for the confirmation that it was charging, and then when I wake up in the morning, the phone is almost dead because it somehow moved off the charging pad and wouldn't charge during the night. With this, it's unmistakable. It's going to line up. You're always going to get that that confirmation, and when you hear that, you know that the magnets are aligned and that you're getting the most efficient and fastest charge available. It's pretty quick. And this is actually, these MagSafe chargers are actually probably going to be a precursor to a totally portless phone. So there's speculation that Apple wants to create a totally portless iPhone and get rid of the lightning connector on the bottom and bypass USB-C altogether, and we'll move towards just totally wireless charging with MagSafe. And seeing these chargers shows that we may see that as a reality sooner rather than later. So there it is, the wireless MagSafe charger and iPhone clear case with MagSafe. And these are two pretty great accessories in my opinion, and I'm really glad I picked these up. So that's going to do it for my first look and impressions of the iPhone 12 Pro Max. Right now, I'm really impressed with all the features they managed to pack into this year's iPhones, and surely there's a size of iPhone to please everyone. What iPhone did you pick up this year? Did you pick the smallest iPhone 12 mini, the largest 12 Pro Max, or maybe something in between? Let me know in the comments below. Also, in future videos, I plan on taking a look at accessories and cases available for the new 12 Pro Max, so make sure to subscribe if you want to catch those. And until the next one, please take care and be safe out there.